Um, I I want you to see what I'm looking at.
Huh. All right.
Okay. I guess we'll pick this one. What?
I love it. If you click
Okay.
campaign, what happens?
I think that was the I saw a note on it on Steam that like the online services are not available anymore.
Next in our series, video games can be fun.
I mean, sometimes they can. I don't know.
I remember really liking Blood Dragon.
You were a Blood Dragon evangelist. I have to say that you never... I would not say that you ever made a uncomplicated defense of Blood Dragon, but
No.
To be fair, what you did say was that it is uncomplicated to enjoy it.
It is campy 80s cheese, and it knows that, and I think it works because of that.
Like,
Apparently holding the gadget wheel in a direction does stuff.
it's nice to live in an era where every video game doesn't have to be like the only video game you need that gives you the respect and appreciation and clout that you may or may not be lacking in the rest of your life, just in case. Like this, if nothing else is working, this game is the rock-solid foundation on which you can rest all of your available free time and all of your self-image. It's nice to have a game that's just like, listen, we're gonna fuck around, tag along with us. If you don't have a good time, I don't know, refund it, whatever.
Are the upscales here supposed to look all fuzzy like you did it just by increasing the resolution of the image? Like what?
I think that's just how it looks.
Also,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
shocked
like,
that this game is as quiet as it is. Like, most of the time, these games are usually very loud, and I have to adjust the volume on my end. But no, this is actually incredibly quiet, so that's fun.
What would you would expect from a game that's emulating old pixel art style on monitors that have high enough resolution that these pixels would be tiny if it was running actually at this scale? Is you do a nearest neighbor texture filter, which upscales the image without trying to like guess what should go in between the pixels. If it's fuzzy, that's telling you that it's upscaling it more conventionally to like make it not look ugly and jaggy.
I mean, it looks real bad. I don't know about like not like
yeah,
it's
no.
not jaggy. It's to an extent not jaggy, but it doesn't look good.
Well, that's the thing, is that the secret is nearest neighbor always looks better. Unless
Yeah.
you're like making production assets for like an advertising campaign, nearest neighbor is usually more attractive.
I mean, I guess.
So
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for some additional context, if I remember right, this was a standalone expansion to Far Cry 3 that basically
Yeah, I think
reinvented
it
all the
retailed
assets.
at like $40 or something.
Men wanna be me?
And you want to be with men. I got
This is such a bad game.
Coming up on our target.
I thought I'd turned the subtitles on, but I guess not.
Penetrate enemy bunker and download intel on enemy operation.
Anyway, I've owned this game for probably more than a decade and never, ever even installed it. So I have a vague notion of what to expect from this game.
I mean, it's Far Cry 3's combat mechanics, which are not bad combat mechanics, accentuated with lots of 80s cheese and lasers and shit like that, giant robot monsters, or giant robot tyrannosaurs. You got Michael Biehn as the main guy coming back. I guess not out of retirement. I think he just hasn't had a lot of roles lately, but...
I'm gonna have me some fun.
Are we playing as Michael Biehn?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, hold up a second.
Please
okay.
wait while we are connecting to the servers that are no longer operational.
What is going on? Like, there was a note on Steam that the online stuff is not available, but, like, what online stuff was there in this single-player fucking game?
The funny thing is that the approach of this game is the sort of thing where like they would put this in as a joke, except this definitely is not a joke. This definitely is real and an actual problem.
I can't even move my... Okay, cool, thanks. I wasn't hoping to access that. What I want... What do you think? Gameplay? No. Audio? No. Video?
Subtitles.
Yeah. Video. Ah, yes.
I think that people
in
I think people were
Netherlands.
hoping that the paradigm of every game having mandatory online features and like their own launchers and online stuff was just like a phase of bloatware that would eventually be over. I really enjoyed the gratuitous explosions there. People were hoping that, and then basically what happened is that it's all these games don't work.
Shake. This
and
is
now
real bad.
The newer games are just like immediately killed as soon as the online. Yeah, is that intentional? Like that kind of graphic
I think
stuff
it is.
going on?
I think it's about. It's only when I'm firing the gun. If like I'm not affected by this stuff very easy, but this is kind of making me feel weird. Like I don't like it.
I
This
kind of
section
wonder if
should
you
get
need
over.
to shoot these guys.
No, you just need to blow up all the red stuff. It's trying to establish the base destruction mechanics. So unlike the other Far Cry game, there's not really like story missions where you go blow up a pot farm. It's more like Just Cause. Go into places and blow up all the red stuff, and then get out alive. That's it. That's the whole game.
I gotta do my shit. I'll find the bunker entrance.
And I'll provide the distraction. Let's show them how cyber.
Oh, yeah, that is
criminals
Michael
get it
Biehn.
done.
Mark 4 style, motherfucker.
This is dumb, but like not in a charming way. I don't know. I'm not digging any of this right now.
It also should be noted that it hit at the peak of the 80s nostalgia boom in a way that does not play as well now.
Is 2013, I think, or something.
That is the voice of Samurai Jack.
Who? The other guy?
Yeah, Spider.
What is pot?
What is pot?
Pause. Why can I pause cutscenes? Normally you expect hitting enter to skip cutscenes.
Security override. Activate.
I would like to.
Oh, wow.
I'd like you
Okay.
to take back
Ugh.
the "Why can I pause cutscenes" statement you just made there, Josh. I don't want people
No,
to get
it's
the idea
great.
that
I
they-
like that, but like that's weird. Okay. Mouse acceleration. Fuck you. We'll see if that fixes it. No,
feel
that's
like-
still way too fast. Holy shit.
I feel like this month
Why
is
is it-
going to be a real like. Sorry, I feel like this week is going to be a real test of my opening statements.
Acknowledged. Loading basic tutorial.
Oh, that still feels real bad. What the fuck? I could switch my mouse to a lower DPI mode. That doesn't feel like it did anything.
Weapons for silent approach.
It probably didn't, honestly. If you're having this aggressive a problem, it probably is not a question of where the bar is. It's probably a question of like some multiplier being completely wrong.
I'll set it to 0 and see how that feels.
Have fun.
Okay, that's a bit better. No,
Press enter to demonstrate your ability to read.
Fuck's sake.
I clicked OK.
Jump if you wish to jump.
Spider, I hate you.
Crouch to go lower.
C to crouch. You're wrong.
The
That's
overrun
bad.
tooltips.
People, damn it.
To look around. Look around.
This is not cool.
Moving allows you to go in many exciting directions.
When was the last Borderlands that was around this time?
Why?
This would have been maybe Borderlands 2. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 is Borderlands 2 or yeah, no, it would have been Borderlands
Yeah,
2.
This was a year after
Maybe
Borderlands 2,
not-
so this was still peak Reddit
Yeah,
lulz.
before that, like I forget what that's even called. The standalone expansion about like the
Pre-sequel?
origin of the pre-sequel. That's it. Before that. I feel like they would have made a press F to pay respects joke there if that had happened before this game came out. Right.
Like,
so
just
we've
straight
got
up
this.
Terminator view. Like, it is. They're not being subtle about what they're referencing here.
No.
Which, actually, that's one thing I want to point out here. Which... So this is the thing sometimes where, like, you'll see stuff that's like an homage to 80s action movies, or like a kind of homage to, like, sci-fi movies or
That
something.
really did not work.
Like 80s is the vibe it's supposedly mimicking. And then you kind of get into it, and I've noticed that like 90% of the time when they say 80s, they actually mean like 4 movies.
Yeah.
It's like, it's Commando, Terminator, Predator, Alien, I guess?
Alien's not even an
Alien
80s
was in
movie.
Aliens, yeah.
So the Aliens.
I mean,
this is referencing a lot of...
And they'll throw in like a They Live or something.
Well, it's also just like the mountain of direct VHS stuff that ripped that stuff off, right? Like, you get like things like Rotor, or I'm trying to think of other terrible 80s action movies off the top of my head that I've seen on Riff Tracks or Mystery Science Theater.
Well, that is kind of the thing, I guess, is that like, yeah, there's generally like a vibe about all those movies, but it actually often feels like kind of, it's more like, it feels like people who make things that are like based on 80s media are actually based on what they were hoping it would be when they saw the VHS cover in the video store. Like
this
it's kind of like
funny
the experience
for 2 seconds. It is not funny anymore.
The experience of being like at a Blockbuster video and seeing all these 80s movies that like look really cheesy, but like if you actually took those home and you put them in, like a lot of them are not very interesting or cool.
I think that Josh is just as mad at the tutorial as the character.
Ludonarrative symmetry.
Oh, hey, I can turn up the field of view. That's good, because this is real bad looking. Is that too high? No, that feels much better. How do I loot? I guess I don't loot that guy.
After performing a blade takedown, you can...
What is control used for? Hold on. Why is it C? Why did they do this? It was great. We had a setup where control was crouch, and everybody agreed on that. And then suddenly, people decided that control isn't even fucking bound to anything. Jesus fucking Christ!
It's my push to talk key.
A nearby enemy.
Well, I don't use push to talk, so. Also, that has caused problems for you in the past.
Oh yeah, and it still does.
The real problem is when you binding Alt-Delete to shoot.
Okay, so the order of those felt wrong. So, and then okay, I have to click it at that. Can you get back up for a second so I can test that again?
I want to go on record as being somewhat more charmed by all this than Josh is, by the way.
It doesn't help that the controls, even at the minimum setting and with mouse acceleration at least purportedly off, still feel real bad.
The game just got a quarter of a star for the fact that you said school's out for summer when you killed the first guy, and school's out forever when you killed the other guy. You're like, the first one is just kind of like, okay, that's like a kind of a... That's a somewhat charming kill line to say when you murder someone. But the fact that he thought it was so cool that he had to say, like, the follow-up line is what gets me.
Well, also RoboCop. RoboCop's another one.
I thought I was
gonna
get in the fucking car, not jump through the car
The thing
to
is,
loot
when I
the
said
guy.
when I said 4 movies, I was definitely exaggerating.
Oh, this shit again.
But I could say 10 movies and basically not be exaggerated.
functioning.
Definitely doing a riff on the Terminator 2 soundtrack.
Use the weapon
So, I haven't played this game since it came out in, like, 2013, but I will say, like, having come off hating Far Cry 3, pretty much, I was really charmed by this at the time. This was dumb and fun in all the ways I wanted it to be.
Yeah, because the thing is, Far Cry 3 was also dumb, it just wasn't fun.
I actually like Far Cry 3 a lot more than most people, I guess. It's still like hella racist and terrible and sexist. Like, it's not, the politics of Far Cry 3 are bad, but, and also it does just kind of get very tedious at the end, and it is responsible for the Ubisoft open world paradigm that we had to deal with for the next 15 fucking years. Oh yeah, I have grenades, don't I? Here. I don't think that worked.
Is that Spider? Are you trying to hurt your friend?
Are you serious? Are you serious? I can't throw grenades over the chest-high walls?
I joined the grip testers.
But yeah, like every time you kill these guys, you get a little bit of XP, so you get your number goes up, and then you get to loot their little hearts, and that gives you more upgrades. And it's just a big open world grind. Like, it's a really fun, mindless game to just like load up and beat.
My problem with Far Cry 3 was always that it felt like they were giving over a tremendous amount of energy and time to having me enact scenes. And it felt like those scenes were rarely nearly as interesting as I was meant to find them. And so, like, all kinds of like grim, heart of darkness shit would happen that like you're clearly supposed to like sit for a moment and be like, wow, shit, fuck, man, damn, that's real,
all that
that's
was
serious,
terrible.
that's heavy. And it's always like sandwiched by absurd shit that makes you hate, like, it made me feel indignant. Like, I felt like it was beneath my dignity to pretend I cared about this game.
Oh, that's my guy.
It's like you got this weird, stupid villain who's taunting you about all the terrible things he's doing to your friend, and your character is going between just kind of like taking all of it like a stupid idiot and like making dumb little quips to yourself. But like, it doesn't feel like that kind of story, even.
Wow. Spider walked into a grenade.
Colonel Ike Sloan.
I served under him too, Spider. No way he went rogue. Not him.
You ready to put a bullet in the big man?
Let's just get to the mainframe and figure out what the hell is going on.
Oh, hey, I've got a different gun now.
The emotional stakes here are nil, which is part of why it works, whereas Far Cry 3 tried to be a big serious statement. Heart of Darkness, white guy losing, you know, falling into the hero's journey, but also kind of self-aware of it, which it thought got away with it. It was so bad.
It felt like if you asked Mark Millar to write the script for Apocalypse Now.
Yes. I hate how true that is, but also yes.
Why
So
cannot
often
this
I see a
fucker
page
die?
from a comic book or something, or I see like a pilot for a show, and I'm just like, I fucking hate this. Who wrote this shit? And it's always Mark Millar.
I love all the healing on your hand. I love that stuff.
What are they building here? I mean, that's a high-speed...
I can't see why they kept the loot mechanic. This just like Far Cry 3, you're not generally running around bunkers and killing hundreds of people.
We've been clear all those motherfuckers.
I'm still mad, sorry.
Spider ran off.
One time I was in a hotel room on a business trip, and I was tired, fried, like not really thinking straight, just on Netflix, and I just clicked like the first episode of Super Crooks. I'm like, oh, an anime or something? Okay, sounds good. An anime, yeah, right. I could go for that right now. And in like the first scene, it's like there's this kid who's wishing he was a superhero, but also like his dumb, angry, trashy mom is like sleeping, like neglecting him as a son because she's trying to sleep with some biker dude she picked up. And I actually said immediately, wait a minute, is this based off of a Mark Miller comic or something?
Lieutenant Brown.
And was
And it fucking was.
God damn it.
I had no context that was true. I like skipped the intro, didn't look at the credits. It's just like it was so achingly Mark Millar.